Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. In his Sermon on the Mount, Jesus speaks these words, "Again you have heard that it was said to those of old, 'You shall not swear falsely, but shall perform your oaths to the Lord.' But I say to you, do not swear at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, nor by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Nor shall you swear by your head, because you cannot make one hair white or black. But let your yes be yes, and your no, no. For whatever is more than these is from the evil one." Matthew chapter 5, verses 33 through 37. Imagine for a moment that you are living in Jesus' time. It is before Jesus begins his public ministry. He is a carpenter in your local town of Nazareth. You ask Jesus to make a table for you. You are on a deadline and you must have it in a week. You agree on a price for the table and the date of 1 week for completion. A week later you arrive to pick up the table. You lay your money down on the table and Jesus says to you, "I am so sorry, but the table is not yet ready. I am experiencing some complications that are causing a delay. Oh, and by the way, I can no longer honor the price upon which we agreed. It is now going to cost a bit more." Now it is 2 years later, and you hear about this same Jesus who is preaching to the local townspeople. How are you going to view him? You probably are not going to give much credence to his message because of your personal experience. I use this rather far-fetched illustration today to help us to each better understand the truth that our lives have the ability to either reinforce the message for which we stand or violate it and make it totally ineffective. Unfortunately, the latter scenario literally happens all over the world in different settings with Christian believers. Our message becomes ineffective because we do not do what we say. I know people who, when they tell me they plan to do something, will follow through only about 50% of the time. I am sure you have similar experiences as well. Words and commitments are made with little meaning behind those words. However, I know others who follow through most every time. The only time they do not is when something occurs that falls outside their control. I quickly learn whose words have substance behind them. There are times when we may be unable to perform or deliver what we promise due to outside influences. The key to turning these potentially negative circumstances into a positive witness for Christ is clear, honest, and open communication. If we are unable to pay a bill on time, for example, we must communicate with those we owe and make a good faith effort to resolve it within our means. In these cases, God's purposes are being performed as well when we seek to make things right by doing the right thing. What about you today? Do your words mean anything to those who hear them? Do you make commitments and fail to follow through on them? What do others say about how you follow through? Why not ask the Lord today to show you how you are doing in this area? You may even want to go so far as to literally ask 3 people who are closest to you how you are doing in this area. This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.